we just got to Lowe's. This is a big trip for Abby. I just opened the trunk of my car and she's no longer busting out of the threshold of the car. She's waiting nicely and politely for me to release her out. So that's a huge progress for her, and this is definitely something that should be continued once her owners bring her home, is having her wait for release from any threshold, especially the car and the crate. Break. Good girl. Well, guys, look, we're in Lowe's. We've got Abby. What a nice walk she has now. She basically defaults to this whenever I am holding a leash. I really don't even have to tell her heel. This is just her association now with the leash and me on the walk, which is so nice. She walks in that nice pocket. We are in a brand new place. It's distracting. It's exciting. The beauty of bringing her off property to things like this is we can teach her that the obedience applies everywhere, right? Even if there's stuff you want to go check out, right? It always applies. If you're given a command, we need to hold her accountable, even if there's, you know, lots of distractions around. I'm really impressed with her heel at Lowe's. We're walking around the perimeter of the store. We'll go check out some of the aisles, do some obedience. We'll do a downstay at the main entrance. But overall, wow, look at her. Wonderful job. Good girl. Stay. What a good girl. Down. Good girl. Oh my gosh, the progress. You guys are seeing the progress before your eyes. She lifted her head up just now, but did you see the double down when she first downed? The shift of the hips, the chin on the ground, that's without me having to ask her. So that's her using those coping skills that we've taught her over the past almost 4 weeks. Because, well, first she didn't want to down at all. We told her down and she would come crawling to us. Then it was very difficult for her to learn the double down. She would pant the whole time, which is very unreliable, both physically and mentally. But now, oh my gosh, it's just so awesome to see the work that we've put in and her using the skills that we've taught her. So if she needs help, you know, notice her up and panting. She's regulating herself. This is like the ultimate goal, right? She'll come up and pant for a little while, a couple seconds, and then put her own chin down. That is called self-regulating. It's a beautiful thing. Good girl. Okay, let's do a recall. Come. Good girl, Abby. Good girl. Comes and sits right in front of me. Oh my gosh. So this is what we call a dog on her best behavior, trying to please, doing things that she thinks I would like, and she's right, instead of a dog always wanting to do the opposite. So this is the mindset that we will always reward. Okay, let's go put her in a heel. Heel, tap my tone. See how, you know, I've discussed this before, but we really don't need the leash. I'm always going to discuss the use of the leash with a dog like Abby, who has a history of issues with other dogs, especially like in the neighborhood. You just never know what's going to round the corner. Beautiful. Beautiful job. I'm so happy. Sometimes you just never know. Truly, you know, I'm 6 years in. You just never know what a dog's going to do when you take them inside Lowe's for the first time, even if they've been perfect at your property, in your neighborhood, even at the park. You just don't know what they're going to do in a public place. So it's always nice to see. So, okay, she got distracted there. Somebody laughed and she made a quick movement back. Beep, 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 beep. I tap my tone. And that always gets them back. Wonderful job. Wow, good girl, Abs. I'm gonna grab my leash here. Yes, you are proud of yourself. I'm so happy. You're doing so well. Heel. We've got a cart behind us. We're starting to run into some people. We're going up to the main entrance. Notice how she's following me, not the other way around. So really this is all about her seeing stuff that she potentially wants to go check out, whether that's stuff or a person, or maybe even run away from. Maybe she's spooked by a sound, and prioritizing me. So given the ultimatum, she chooses her handler. That's what this training is all about. That's why we do such heavy distraction proofing and work. I should have tapped my tone there, but she came back on her own, so that's good. So mild. I mean, she used to see a person and run right up to him. Good girl. All right, here we go. This is the main entrance. Good girl. Down. Good. Okay, I'm gonna help her out here in just a second, okay? Let her check stuff out. If she really needs help with the double down, I will. Down. Good girl. Nope. Come here. Down. Stay. All right, so, okay. I put her in a down, and she is a dog, like I said, who constantly wants to be glued to you. So she sort of army crawled her way until she was right here. I really encourage you guys, when you guys are using these down stays, to have some distance. It's going to give her coping skills to be confident on her own and not always be glued to your leg. So I moved her away, told her down, told her double down, and now we'll be holding her accountable. This is such a great spot to do it. It's the main entrance. There'll be people coming in and out. And like I just spoke about, it'll be full of giving her ultimatums. I'm gonna move the leash so nobody trips over it. Down. Good. Trying to keep that chin down on the ground. It really helps her mind. Beautiful job. You guys see the little body shakes. A lot of people ask questions about that, and that is basically self-control. So she's never held still. It's a distracting place. She's really trying so hard to regulate her mind and her body. That energy has to go somewhere. It comes out in the shivers. So like my dog would do it if I put a plate of bacon on the ground and asked him not to touch it for a few seconds. He would start the shaking because it's so much self-control, you know, and I'm not restraining her with the leash, so she does have the options to get up and walk around if she wants to, but we're really just asking her to do the work. Good girl. And as you guys practice this more and more, it will go away. It will become easy, and then she won't need so much work to regulate herself. Good girl. Beautiful. So we're getting to the point now where she sees and hears people walking behind her and doesn't even lift up her head. She's just completely passive. I know, she likes the rug. She really does. Okay, I'm impressed. Let's get out of here. We're gonna take our leash. We'll get our leash all set up. Okay. And here's our final exam where we're going to walk down the main aisle. So what I like, especially we've practiced this before, is that even though I'm bundling up the leash, she's not breaking her stay command because she knows she needs to be given another command or a release to get out of it. Okay, so to get her into heel, we're going to say heel, tap the tone, and start walking. Heel. Good girl. Regulate our position here a little bit so I can stop short. If she goes past me, I click and hold. Beautiful. Okay, see that? A lot of people at the checkout. We've got our loose leash. I'm very happy so far. Good girl, Abs. Something else we've been working on is her practicing impulse control at thresholds like this and not just jumping in the car. Actually waiting until I give her the release and see how hard it is for her. She's like, should I stay? Should I go? I'm so torn, right? And notice I'm not restraining her. This is all teaching the dog to make choices without being restrained. Place. Yeah, girly. She gets in, she lays down.